Sup? I don't know what that bit at the beginning was, that intro was. I do apologise. I don't apologise for it. It was just a British person making tea. That's it. At least now you know I don't put milk in first. I'm not that person. At least you know that. Reddit! That's what we're doing today. Going through Reddit. Because a lot of you guys liked my last video I did on Reddit. What the fuck is that? Can you see that? Here. What the fuck is that? Anyway. Yeah, Reddit. We're going through Reddit. This is not. I saw this on Milad's channel. This one, and it's r/entitled parents. If you don't know what that is, I'll explain. It's basically parents that think that their kids deserve everything, and then they cause a massive scene to everything. So I've got a few like stories that I'm gonna read through. You can legit just put this on in the background whilst you play video games, etc. Do whatever, I don't mind. Just put this in the background because this is a lot of reading. It's a lot of reading. So, first one. Entitled mum attempts me to force me into a relationship with my friend and gets arrested. Oh, I'm ready for this one on the title alone. So we've got keys. We've got keys. Me, Musk, Elon. So the person who wrote this. EM, entitled mum. K, my friend, or entitled mum's kid. F, my other friend. T, teacher. And C, chaperone. Okay, let's get into this. So me, K and F were in the same group, and K's mum, our EM, entitled mother, was our chaperone. We were going to the Chattanooga Aquarium, I don't know if I said that right, in Tennessee, which is a good 2-hour drive from where we live. But we had our phones and switches, so we were okay. Okay, me and Kay were playing Smash when I hear EM whisper, "Isn't that the boy?" to Kay. She seemed worried all of a sudden. Now that I think about it, she probably knew her mum was a Karen. Karen. I could sense what was probably about to happen, so I prepared myself. If I was so correct before I start the dialogue, here are some context to the situation. The bus we were on seated 2 people on each seat. F and I were sitting next to each other. Other and K were sitting right across from us and sitting next to her entitled mother. Conversation played out like this. We had just finished our round of Smash, by the way. Hey, entitled mother. Hey, OP. Hey up. Me, yeah, EM. Why did you reject my daughter last week? At this moment I noticed that she got K to switch spots with her. Switch spots with her. I'm not the best at reading, as you probably can tell. Switch spots with her. Because I don't want to date at 13 years of age. Oh shit, is there a problem? Entitled mother. Yes, there is a problem. You rejected my daughter, and how could you not want to date? All boys want to. You will date my daughter. me feeling sad for Kay as I realised that she hasn't entitled EM for a mother. Lady, I have the rights to make choices, and I don't know why you think you have any authority to tell me or try to tell me who I will date or when I date that person. But I can tell you that under any circumstance I will not listen to some woman I just now met because she thinks she can make me date her daughter. EM, the mother. How dare you? How dare you? Mum, stop. Lady, stop. At this point I feel deja vu because of course she slapped me right where the last EM slapped me a few weeks ago, making my lip and cheek bleed. The whole bus went silent and I didn't care when maybe 30 kids and 3 teachers saw me stand up and clench my fist before my friend pulled me down. F is a great friend because I would have been sitting in school suspension if I did what I was about to do. So let me get this straight. The mum slapped her or slapped him? He's 13. That's wrong, isn't it? No, let's continue. Mrs. EP, what's wrong with you? C called out. Call the police and have them meet us at the aquarium. We had to pass the Tennessee border, so we were about 10 to 20 minutes away from the aquarium. Once I sit down, the EM, entitled mother, moving to slap T, and the first thing I did was stand up, grab EM's arm and hold her behind her. This was hard because of the narrow aisle, but I did it. Entitled mother, assault! I was a little shocked by all the screaming. Let go. What you were doing? What you were about to do is assault. You've already broken one law by assaulting me, which would be an assault of a minor, and another law by almost assaulting T. A teacher, I assume. I didn't assault teacher, so that's not breaking the law. Yes, it is. It's called attempted assault. The next was a bit blurry. She's seeing as she hit me in the face hard. The last thing I heard was, K, Mum, stop. After 5 minutes later, I woke back up, and the first thing I did was when I saw EM hit friend after he tried to defend me. It was not good to hear. Basically, I don't mess around when it comes to my friends, who I care about. I will defend them in any way legal and necessary. So if you try and hurt my friends, you're going to have a bad time. I saw Kay crying with a big bruise on her cheek and F on the ground with a black eye. Fuck. The first thing I did was punch hard. Entitled mother let out a screech when I did this. The bus fell quiet once again. It hurt my friend's feelings again, mentally or physically. I swear to God, you will not like what happened. This is assault. I will call the police. I already did. Once we arrived to the aquarium, we were met by the other 3 buses and 4 squad cars and Kay's dad, and they arrested the EM and asked me if I wanted to press charges, and which I happily said yes. Kay's dad, who will now be ND for nice dad, said, "Hey, are you okay?" And she holding the ice pack from my face hurt. I'm good. I'm sorry about her behaviour. When she's heard the fact that you rejected Kay, she got upset. I really did want to be a rejection. I just don't want to date at the age of 13. I've noticed how it affects other kids' behaviours and grades. They laughed. And nice dad left, and the next thing I heard was the ear from me mum was, and nice dad, you are divorcing me for attacking the leech that rejected our daughter. ND, yes, the dad is a freaking savage, and he just walks away. Thankfully, the trip wasn't ruined and we carried on normal. normally, and it was an awesome trip. After all of this, my actions against EM were justified and self-defense. When she tried to press charges when we got back to school, Kay hugged me and apologised for her mum, and I said it wasn't your fault. And then I just happy that she didn't act like a nice dad, got full custody out of Kay, and today, 2 months later, we're still great friends. I asked her what happened to her cheek since I was blacked out during I didn't see it. Apparently when I blacked out, she yelled at the EM, calling her a horrible person, and EM hit her. EM charges was as following: child abuse, assault to a minor, attempted assault, possession of illegal drugs. Did I mention they both were in her purse? EM got 15 years in jail, and ND and K are happy, and we are still great friends. Okay, well that was a good story, wasn't it? That was a good ending. That was a good ending. But no, it's assaulting a minor, mad, and your own child. That's not okay. Few of these because it's like because I have to read and it's like really long. They're really long. This one's it's shorter than the last one. So yeah, let's do this. Entitled lady tells my supervisor to fuck off. Okay. This is a relatively short story, so I will try and make it interesting. For backstory, this occurred during a closing shift at my place of work in a fast food, and was during a brief spurt in customers' numbers. So I'm trying to clean some trays between the orders. So I noticed a lady in the back in a black jacket, not a back jacket, in a black jacket, storming in. So I just followed my usual routine. Me, entitled mother, and AM, entitled mother. You get it by now. Hello, how is this going to? Wait. Hello, is this going to be here or to go? AM, I was just through your drive-through and I noticed I was charged $15 for my meal. I took a look at the receipt and sure enough, she's right. Only her order had the right price on it. Ma'am, the price you paid is correct. You weren't overcharged. The EM, you mean to tell me that it's $15 for this meal? Yes, I'm sorry, but I can't do anything. I'd like to speak to the manager, please. Okay, Karen. Being familiar with this subreddit, I knew arguing further would only result in a headache, and I had held up the line. So I got my supervisor, Ben, to come over to speak to her. For context, he seemed his fair share of entitled people, as he told me, he doesn't give the slightest fraction of a fuck when dealing with them. So they are talking about the order. I don't know what was said since I was gone to the back to be washing trays. Eventually I hear her saying something before storming out the store. Ben later told me that the conversation had gone like this. Ben, so what seems to be the problem today? Entitled mother. Your employee wasn't very helpful, so I'm hoping you could do what he didn't. Ben, sure. He mentioned something about $15. Yeah, my order was way too expensive, and I was hoping I can get my money back. Alright, if I may have the bag of food back, please. You mean I can't keep the food? Ben, we offer refunds, but take the item back so that we can mark them down as waste for inventory purposes. So no, you cannot keep your order if you want a refund. He told me that she gained a look of angry frustration. Apparently, she had fully expected the manager to be on her side and give her what she wanted. Excuse me. Wait. Ben, I'm sorry, ma'am. Wait. Oh, Ben was not going to do that. After a brief loop of back and forth between them, this happened. I'm sorry, ma'am, but there's nothing more I can do. If you want your money back, you'll have to leave the food here. The EM, having finally realised that she wasn't going to win, just said one last thing to Ben before storming off angrily. Fuck off. No joke, she couldn't have her way, so she felt it was appropriate to tell the manager of the store to fuck off. We still joke about it to this day. What do I say to that one? If you're gonna get food and you want your money back, don't expect to keep the food, because that's not how that works. Okay. The last one, but it is a long one. It is entitled "Mom Swears She Could do a better job than the lifeguards." This is gonna be fun. I was never a lifeguarding instructor and will never claim to have been one. I was, however, a certified Canadian Red Cross first aid instructor, certified first respondent, advanced level first aid, basically paramedic level knowledge of basic first aid supplies. I had to because part of my job was training staff, so I took care of all non-water related training. I can swim myself. I was a lifeguard and swimming instructor for years. I just never invested the time to becoming a lifeguard instructor. Okay, cool. During our end of summer party, not for the staff. During our end of summer party, not for the staff, huge party in the park with games for kids, music, shows, clowns, almost a small carnival. A kid broke his femur. He was being a kid and being dumb and decided to go down a grassy hill on his rollerblades, and he used a 2-ton concrete block to slow down. My team intervenes and I'm there to help out and guide them, since there is one of the most severe injuries they have ever saw. It's not in the pool, so a bit out of their element. They do a phenomenal job, and even the paramedics are impressed with my staff composure when they get there. Overall, between the moment the accident was brought to our attention, the kid leaving in the ambulance, about 40 minutes have gone by. I gather my team and for debriefing on the situation, and all is well until insert dramatic music. Entitled "Mother Knocks On" and opens the door to the staff room. She was a woman in her late 30s, early 40s. She seems to look down on the whole staff, and her eyes scream, "I am better than you all." Okay. Entitled "Mother." I just want to say that you guys are slow and could have done a much better job with that kid. I know what I would have been faster. The situation was handled almost perfectly. In usual circumstances, treatment was completed before the arrival of the paramedic, and the kid was kept comfortable and relatively pain-free during the intervention. We are currently debriefing the situation, but you are welcome to come talk to me when we are done and give me your input on the situation. I'm always willing to listen to and improve if possible. That's fair. Entitled "Mother." I don't have time to show you now, but I will prove to you that I am right. I will prove to you all I am right. You will see. You'll all see. Entitled "Mom Leaves and completely forgets about the interaction." The following year, about 8 months later, to be precise, I get a phone call from one of my lifeguarding instructor's contact. It turns out the EM resigned from her job and did lifeguarding classes in the intensive program just to apply to work for me, to prove me wrong and prove she was better than my staff. All she had left to do was the first aid training and interviewing process. I didn't mind, because if she was good, she'd be welcome in my staff. Okay. But I found it a bit weird. I also learned that throughout the process, the entitled "Mother" would always claim to be the best, that I owed her respect, and that I would have to listen to her. When she proved she was better than my staff, Eventually she registered to the first aid class and ended up in my crew. I recognised her name on my list from what my contacts had told me. Before the class was due to start, I had other employees show the group in the main classroom since I had to finish preparing the practice dummies and the other small equipment we would one day use. The entire mother was slightly older than me, easily 25 years older than me, than the average age in my group, which had a couple of 14 to 15 year olds, but was mostly early 20 candidates. As I'm finishing up, I can hear the entire mom telling anyone that will listen that she was there to be able to eventually show me up, that she wanted to prove she was better than me and all my lifeguards combined, that if they had any questions they could ask her instead of the instructor, and probably knew as much or even more than the instructor. I never met or ever heard of someone since such a vindictive person, but I admired her determination. I just had doubts about her motivation and wondered if she could be an asset to my team, being that vindictive. But she had paid and registered for the class. I had to go teach first aid. Almost finished. When I walked into the room, she turned pale when I introduced myself and gave my qualifications and some of the accomplishments in first aid. As I always do when I first meet my student, she seemed to get a bit nervous. She did finish the class, and she did easily pass. She was learning fast and showed great composure, but she never spoke to me, never looked at me, or never even asked me a question. She later didn't show up to the interview and didn't become part of the team. She was never able to show my lifeguard or myself how better she was than us. The whole situation made me realise that pride can sometimes be a good thing, but mostly get people to act on impulsive and cause more problems than it can solve. That one wasn't that bad, to be quite fair. It was just a mum saying that she can do better than her. I admire her determination. And that is it for this video. I know it is kind of long. It was kind of long on it, and I understand if you think it was boring, because I was practically reading at a very bad level. I'm very slow at reading. It's because I've got dyslexia. It's really hard for me to read, but I got through it. If you like this video, give this video a thumbs up. Also subscribe if you're new, because I make videos every single week, maybe three videos a week. Also, if you want to follow me on social media, Instagram, Twitter will be both down below in the link in the description. And that's pretty much it. I love talking to you guys, and I will see you guys in the next video.
All about you. I think the bonds are done with fun.